Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your on channel AC Astro. And today we are here with a video of very special planet is going to transit on 20th January 2024. It's none of the nine planets whose video we regularly made. This is a Pluto, something from the Western astrology. But why we are making and how this is going to impact all 12 ascendants? Let's welcome Akash Chauhanji from Calgary, Canada. He will further give all the answers, the queries which in we have our mind. Akashji, Namaskar, Ram Ram, welcome.
Namaskar, Rohitji. Ram Ram. Welcome. Thank you. First of all, very less knowledge I had about Pluto uh, till last 20 days. But from last 20 days, I have a lot of knowledge about it, but still not the complete knowledge. There is very much layers in Pluto. Pluto, there is. I realized, and sometimes I used to think, and I had a question also asked in my session with my boss that why Pluto is not considered, why then it is put in the software, right? Why it is being shown in the software, but it is not considered here and there. Everyone had one answer that, oh, it is very distant, does not matter, it is very very far away, it does not orbit, it is not a planet, this why that's why I said. But this past 20 days of research and understanding the energy of Pluto, and also checking many charts of very famous personalities who on whom research has been done, has brought to the point that Pluto puts a little bit of effect, not like very extreme effect, but yes, little bit of effect it puts. It's like a very long term effect that it puts.
Yes, if this Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus has no meaning, then I think never placed in any software in any chart. But I always see these three planets. And the one thing is more, I think we are the first channel in India to make this video.
There are many Western astrologers making this, but this is a very genuine effort from my
Mhm.
side. It is a lot is on stake because I have
Mhm.
done a lot of research on it. Let's hope for the best. Rohitji, here, when we talk about Pluto, Pluto is transiting in Aquarius. Okay, Rohitji. Now, Aquarius is where Saturn is also transiting at the moment, but Pluto is not transiting for 1 or 2 days or like 1 or 2 years. It generally there is a pattern of Pluto. It transits for a very very long period, maybe sometimes 11, 12, 13 years, or maybe 30 years, 30 years. So, we will discuss everything in detail, Rohitji, in this video. Now, Pluto takes nearly 246 years to move through 12 zodiac signs. And it is known in a lot of mythological, in Roman mythology, in Greek mythology, it is known as the lord of the underworld activities. And it signifies destruction, scandals, scams, political issues, investigations. And more additionally, Pluto is associated with travel, exploration, and various discoveries and invention. This is whenever Pluto has done some kind of a transit in some sign, that means Rohiji, in the last 2008, if we talk about Pluto going into um, Capricorn, that is the time the biggest financial problem came into the. If you go and check Pluto, it transited there, and that is when the recession started. Now it is going into Capricorn, and there is one very good research factor that has come out of Pluto is that it is the planet of regeneration. Have you seen Earthworm? If we cut it into two pieces, it will regenerate itself very very fast. Same way, the cells in the body are ruled by Pluto. It is about regeneration. Same way, if you see liver in the body, if we cut it, again it is connected with Pluto and the energy of Pluto, because it is the planet that symbolizes death and transformation. It compasses themes like sex, terrorism, occultism, regeneration. It is very aggressive planet, by the way, according to the research, whatever they say. And in few charts which I saw, and I have an example of a chart also today where we will discuss about Pluto and all the 12 signs, that how all the 12 signs it is going to affect according to your sign and according to little research that is available on Pluto in Vedic astrology also. So, Rohitji, if we want to more understand more about Pluto, Pluto is the planet that, according to all the research that has been done, it gets exalted in Leo and Virgo sign. It is the ruler of the eighth house. That is why it the only reason of Pluto is akin to Mars. That means it is behaved like Mars, and the only bigger purpose of Pluto is regeneration and transformation. That is what Pluto does. Sign rules Scorpio. It is very masculine, and it complete zodiac in 248 to 47 years. This is the time, and it can stay in one sign from 12 years to 31 years. That is how Pluto is, seen in Vedic astrology. According to all the research done by our scholars, it means that it is the planet that is associated with mineral resources underground. Anything, the minerals that come out from underground is what Pluto really governs. Pluto takes the form of Lord Shiva, Rudra, representing time itself. Kali, the goddess of death, serves as the feminine counterpart of Rudra, symbolizing the cosmetic expression of Pluto. The name Kali, derived from the Sanskrit word Kala, means time, aptly captures Pluto's essence, wherein all things are born, grown, decay, die, and disappear with time. This is what Pluto is all about, according to Vedic astrology. Similar to Lord Shiva's energy, it also has the same kind of destruction energy that uh, is that it is known for. Now, depending on the connection of its planets with other planets, this is again like a planet that takes the form of the other planet it is sitting in with. Rohitji, it takes that planet's form, like how Rahu and Ketu does, how Mercury does. Same way Pluto also does. I was researching about the atmosphere of Pluto, the Earth structure of Pluto, which NASA has published, and many other websites claim. So it is said that on Pluto there is lot of wealth, and that is especially related to diamonds in abundance. Lot of diamond. So that means it is also having the energy of Venus. And again, Venus rules a nakshatra called Bharani. That is the nakshatra of regeneration. So, there is a lot of connection here. Now, when we talk about a notable chart, this is Mahatma Gandhi's chart. This is verified Mahatma Gandhi chart. It is published in Oxford also, that this is the birth time and place and things of Mahatma Gandhi. Now here, if you see the seventh house, it has Pluto and Jupiter conjunction. So what has Pluto done? It has taken the form of what, Rohitji? It has taken the form of Jupiter, but it is sitting in the very positive nakshatra or very important nakshatra of Bharani. That means it is obviously a regenerative. That's why this person is called the father of the nation. He regenerated a whole nation into something like very superb. This alignment, where benefic Jupiter ruled the third house of courage and initiatives and conjuncted in the seventh house of status, contributed Gandhi's unwavering energy and will during his prolonged struggle against British rule, and he completely regenerated a nation that was dead into a free nation. This is the power of Pluto with Jupiter in his chart. Rohitji, can you see? And can you see Pluto is retrograde also? So Pluto was retrograde in Bharani Nakshatra. That's why it took time, but it happened for sure. When we talk about last transit of Pluto in Aquarius plus current, the last time Pluto moved was in 18th century between 1778 and 1798, which coincided in the beginning of what some historians consider the age of revolution, a time in history where countries all over the world were rising up and challenging the ruling authority. This is when then a lot of civil wars happened, a lot of wars happened, a lot of countries got freedom separated. So uh, but currently, Rohitji, when we talk about Pluto, it is associated with transformation, power, and deep, often hidden aspects of life. Aquarius, on the other hand, is linked to innovation, progress, and collective mindset. Now, when we see Aquarius in a Kalpurush Kundli, in the just normal form, when we start from number 1 to 11, it is the house of friendships, associations. It is the house of together, like, social transformation, social media, internet. Internet, Rohitji, is the 11th house. Anything related to your will, wish, your desires that are deep inside you is the 11th house. The goal that you want to achieve from that childhood in your life is also the 11th house. What is going to happen when a planet like Pluto comes in here, I know it is going to put a very small impact on your life, but this small impact can be beginning of a very big transformation. Number one is collective transformation, because Pluto's transformative energy in social transformations is going to work a very on a very large group of people. That means there can be many people coming together on working on one single project. Technological revolution, 11th house, Rohitji. It is associated, Aquarius is associated with innovation. It is the Mool Trikon sign of Saturn, where people have to do a lot of hard work. Now, this is the time that there could be some kind of transformation, changes in technology and impact on the society. Social and humanitarian forces, 11th house, house of humanitarian. Again, there is going to be lot of social justice that will come into play. I feel, according to my all understanding, that very soon the internet will become properly regulated, that countries will take big steps over security, Rohitji. All the scams, these things are happening, right? All the websites that are working on their own, there is no law and order for them. I think this is the time that there will be a big transformation. In fact, there will be a lot of uncovering of hidden information. Pluto is all about revealing, regenerating. Pluto often brings hidden truths to light. In Aquarius, they may involve uncovering hidden information related to technology, collective movements, or societal structures that need transformation, and collective empowerment. And that is what I feel, that collective activism, empowerment of groups, and that is where the internet or things like AI and things can be regulated. Because nowadays, Rohiji, people are making, they take your photo, they will make a explicit picture of you and put it on internet. So there is no regulation of what website can do what and
Yes,
all.
this is deepfake.
These
And deepfake, and recently so many Indian celebrities like Rashmika Mandana, Alia Bhatt, Sara Tendulkar, and recently Sachin Tendulkar become victim of this thing.
Yeah, so there is going to be now a regulation that is going to come in this. That is what Pluto will do. Now, mention of Pluto in Mahabharata, Rohit. This is very interesting. So, Pluto was actually discovered to the modern world on February 18th, 1930 by Clyde, right? Clyde Tombaugh. It's very common fact that it is. But when we talk about Mahabharata and Lord Sage Vyasa, he states that some immobile luminary was troubling Kritika with its sharp rays. This was mentioned as a nakshatra because it was stationary at one place for a long period. So it must be a planet in the outer space. This is what exactly this shloka means. So Rohiji, uh, it was called as Tikshana. Tikshana means something that has sharp rays, but it is not moving. It was considered like, like a very far away nakshatra, but because they did not have the technology, but still Vyasa could actually. This is written in Mahabharata. You go 30th verse Bhishma 3, 26th verse Bhishma 3, Bhishma 17, second verse. It is written in Vyasa Mahabharata. Here, it is also mentioned again that mathematical calculation indicate that Kritika and Pluto were in conjunction during the Mahabharata period. Exactly that day, Sage Vyasa has mentioned seven great planets three times in Mahabharata. Another thing, so the seven great planets were brilliant and shining. In traditional Vedic astrology, Rahu and Ketu are nodes or shadows and do not shine like stars or planets. So, Reji, our Mahabharata also have this mention. It was not clear, but Pluto was called Tikshana. That means something that has very sharp rays, and it is troubling Kritika Nakshatra, and that is why this war and things like war are happening. So, Reji, it is exactly, I think thousands of years ago when Mahabharata was happening, we had the research. The only thing is that we did not have, maybe, some texts are missing. People have must done have some kind of research, all the sages, and it must have been just vanished. That is what it can happen. But here it is clearly mentioned, Kritikam Pidiyam Tikshanehi Nakshatram. He thought that it's a nakshatra. There was just this calculation mistake because it was too far, it was not moving. Then later, when the mathematics is done, it says Kritikakshu Grahastyu Nakshatre Prathame Jwalan. That means during this time, the conjunction was not of a nakshatra, it was of a planet. And that was within the Kritika Nakshatra. And it was Pluto. So, Rohiji, it is Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. All three are mentioned, but they are just because of the out of the orbit of the Earth. That is why, and very far. That is why they could not be researched well. but this is what I could get out of Mahabharata. Okay. Now moving forward, for all the 12 signs, what is it happening? So we'll start with Aries now. For Aries ascendant, this transit is happening. Now understand what happens here. That Pluto becomes retrograde, direct, retrograde, direct. It is just like Mercury, but for a long period. Like it can happen two times retrograde in a year, one time retrograde in a year, four times retrograde. It depends on his mood, man. There is a lot of calculation there, which I'm not getting into details. But here, January 20th of 2024 till March of 8, 2043 is when the energy of Pluto stays in your 11th house. And after that, on 9th of March 2043 is when it enters into Pisces, complete cycle of 243 years. This is what it means. Now, so just imagine that already 220 years and later, it has come to your 11th house. All the Aries ascendant people in transit, right? Now, here, what is the 11th house? The 11th house is benefit from effort, friends, acquaintances of like minded attitudes, belongings, groups. That's why I've written everything so that it is very clear to you. Charity, humanitarian. See, remember in the beginning also I was telling that 11th house is related to humanitarian, charity, things like that, networking, wish fulfillment, wealth. Now, Pluto is the planet in a positive way, it gives you wealth. But what it does, it ends something and makes something new. So what happened in 2008 when Pluto went into the 10th house? The whole world's economy went down of recession. And how what happened later? Regeneration. Again, new things, new development things. 2008 is the one when from where technology was actually in everyone's hand, and we had very good smartphones and things like that. So there is always there is going to be regeneration. That is what Pluto is going to do. So some friendships which you are already into right now might end. New friendships might start.
I think we met 2008, if we are not wrong, after a long period.
Yeah, we met in 2000,
8,
2008. Sorry, 2009.
9, 9.
Yeah. Here, Luigi, it is going to end new, end old relationships, start new relationships, and old groups start new groups, and old community starts new communities. So it is the nature of Pluto is to regenerate in simple way. If there is no emotion in you related to charity, related to networking, it will regenerate it in your life. If you are currently into such kind of things, it will end something and start something new in some other different place. It is the time that if your wish did not fulfill, there will be new ideas that will regenerate in your mind, and you will be able to actually achieve it. This is more of the social area of your life, where we talk about social life. So that means, in a very simple, clear, crystal clear way, social life is going to come to a halt, or maybe there is going to be regeneration of new social circle, new people, new friends that will be here for next 20 years together with you in the journey of transformation, in the journey of some kind of beautiful things that are going to happen. Luigi, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I think there is a revolution and revolutionary transformation in the desires of Aries ascendant people, because this is also desires.
Desires, there is something that is in deep inside you, what you want to achieve. If you've not achieved it, you will say, okay, let it be, let me form some new strategy towards it. That is what is going to or can happen. There is very less research on Pluto, but what I could understand is that it is an earthworm. Cut it from the middle, it will grow from the other side. So there will be pain during the time you cut it, but it will be regenerating. Same way the liver, cut it, it will regenerate itself. That is what Pluto is. The things that are supposed to end now will regenerate in a very positive sense in the next 20 years.
Actually, there are lots of videos in on Pluto on YouTube by Western astrologers. Because for us, for Indians, for the people who believe in Vedic thing, you have done very good thing. You connected it to Ved Vyas, you connected it to Mahabharata, so many shlokas, and with Vedic astrology. This is very easy to understand this thing.
Exactly. So, but remember the time Remember the time it was in the nakshatra in Kritika and creating trouble. That is the time a big transformation happened. A war was happening, Rohitji, Mahabharata. That means dharma over adharma. So imagine the transformation energy of Pluto in that era of life. So this is also the time where dharma over adharma can come. This is what only I know, how much I know about Pluto. I don't have much information, but whatever I had, I tried to give you. Those who are watching the video for the first time, and many new people will be watching, do subscribe because we make a lot of yearly, monthly, weekly, and a lot of transits. So, which can give you a clear idea about how planets are moving and what energy it is holding in the universe for you. Okay, thank you. And if you want to get in touch with me, talk to me, there is a WhatsApp link in the description. You click on it, and personally, you will be coming and we will be able to chat over your chart. Not Pluto in detail because I just know a little bit about it, but yes, other planets for sure. For Taurus ascendant people, Rohiji, it is actually moving into the 10th house of, ambitions, motivations, career, achievements, society, government, father, authority, notoriety. That means, some kind of defame, advantage, things like that. Now, one thing which we have to understand here, that this energy of Pluto, whenever it transited into any kind of house, it nearly in the beginning brings destruction because it has to end few things and start new things. That is how regeneration happens, right? Your body dies, then your soul enters into another body. There is regeneration of the body, not the soul. Soul is the same way. Your ambitions may regenerate, your motivations, career may regenerate. You are in IT field, suddenly you want to become a cook. Exactly, I have some chart, not Pluto, Saturn in this house. Saturn is also the planet of transformation. He's telling that, you know what, I'm done with IT. I love cooking. I want to start some kitchen kind of idea. So things like that, motivations, your complete motivation will have a different meaning at this time. That means there will be some, and not like tomorrow, like 20th of January happens and 21st it happens. No, over the next 20 years, there is going to be basically in the first year when Pluto attains little bit degree in the, it is still very far away. So you will start getting the idea as soon as it becomes more intense here. You will start converting that idea. Old things will be away from you and new things will be coming in action, and everything is related to your career, your achievements, your ambitions, your motivations. Everything is going to regenerate into a different phase. Now, Rohiji, there is no dasha antardasha of Pluto in our in Vedic astrology, but just consider the dasha of the 10th lord. Whenever you go to what you say, Chara Dasha, or whenever you go to Dasha of, Kal Chakra Dasha, if the 10th house Dasha is coming in that, in the Kal Chakra Dasha, the most prominent favorite one, I love Kal Chakra Dasha. So if in that, if says that Aquarius is coming or Kumbh is coming, that means there is going to be some transformation in terms of ambition, motivation, career achievements. Pluto does not have any kind of Mahadasha here, but the house dasha, when you see from Kal Chakra table, you will be able to understand that there is going to be some transformation in your ambitions. This is the time that there can be many people transforming into fatherhood, or may start becoming father or someone of authority. But for this, for becoming a father, what happens? You have to leave, you have to regenerate, you have to end your bachelorhood and get into the area of fatherhood, Rohitji, into married life. So basically, what has, you have ended something and you have started something new. That is what Pluto means, regeneration. Like how earthworm cut it from the middle, it becomes two, and it will regenerate itself. Liver in the body, cells in the body are Pluto because they regenerate. And the best part about the research which I did, Rohiji, is cells are not, cannot be seen by you. Pluto cannot be seen by you. It is so far. That's why cells are so. But the importance of cell is so big in the body. That is Pluto. It is not seen. It is very important. That's why it is. I have always wondered why it is in the astrology softwares and stuff like that. So, a very big transformation in your ambitions, motivations over the next 20 years. It's a very long term video. Those who are watching in current age, okay. Those who are watching here in 2020, 30, 25, 20, 2040. So, because they will be going back to understand that what was supposed to happen last time. So, if you are back here on this video, if things like this are happening with you, or you are in this area, or you are in getting this kind of things, or this happened with you, do comment below, so that there is a lot of research on Pluto also, that what kind of energy it brought to you during its transit. All the best, Taurus ascendant people. Pluto has a lot of diamonds on its surface. Go and check. Lot of diamonds on it. So that means it is a very good friend of Venus, I guess. So, and Taurus ascendant people, those who are watching for the first time, and many people must have stumbled upon this video for the first time, I would request you to subscribe so that you become a part of our family. And we do a lot of live readings, we do daily, weekly horoscopes, and things like that. So make the most use of our knowledge, and also give us feedback and give us your ideas about Pluto and how you feel that Pluto is acting up in the celestial system. Those who want an appointment with me, WhatsApp link is in the description. If you want to discuss your Vedic birth chart, I can do it for you. So all the best. Now for Gemini ascendant people, Rohitji, for January 20th or 24 is when Pluto will be entering into the house of Aquarius. And especially Rohitji here, this is the house of Saturn. Saturn is currently placed here. Now, when we talk about conjunction, uh, I know Pluto is very far, Saturn is very far, but Pluto and Saturn are somehow one and the same only. If you see, they are walking slow. Pluto is more slower than in some of the text which I was reading, Rohitji. Pluto is also considered as Lord Yama. And what does Lord Yama does? Lord Yama is the ruler of Bharani Nakshatra. Bharani Nakshatra is about regeneration. It is Yoni. It is about reproduction, regeneration. So same way, Pluto also has the same energy of regeneration, and it is just like Bharani. It is just like regenerating every minute. Now, this is the ninth house for you, which is related to travel, foreign affairs, culture, expansion, law and ethics, education, learning, knowledge, philosophical interest, belief system, experience through exploration, and things that are long term. This exactly is that house. I wanted to give you all this layers because to understand that these are the places where there will be big transformation happening in your life or regeneration. So some of the philosophical interest or interest in spirituality that you have may now turn. Hindu people may go into some kind of different exploring different religion. Some Muslims may go into different exploration of religion. Some Christianity or the people who follow Christianity may go into different exploring. It is not like you're giving up your religion and change, but now there will be lot of research that you will do on culture. You will think about education, learning, knowledge that you had already education. You will just put a break on it and try to learn something new, add some new layer of education to your life. It is not like old education will not come in handy. It is just that something a very new, in some very new philosophical interest will come to you, and you may do this thing very long term, that okay, let me do a course for next 5 years related to religion and philosophy. Okay, or you may this time end your miseries in the birthplace of your life, go to a foreign country, start learning foreign language, start learning things like culture of foreign country, of culture of different people in the world. It will not happen overnight, the 20th of January it transits, 21st it will happen. It will be a due course. There will be a longer period that you will be wanting to explore another religion, another culture. You will expand. That means you will try to have network all around all around the world. Pilgrimages, slowly you will start going to a lot of pilgrimages in this time, and you will explore. This is the time of exploration, that you will stumble upon some unexpected things that will regenerate your soul, regenerate your ideas and your vision, regenerate your learning. Whenever we talk about, or whenever we will talk about Pluto, it is all about regeneration, like how the cells in the body keep regenerating and can't be seen. Same, Pluto is regenerating everything, and it is connected to Pluto, the cells in the body. Earthworm, these are the three things which I learned. There are many thousands of things which regenerate. Plants regenerate, right? You take the root off and it will, you take the leaf off, it will come again. It is regeneration. All the regeneration that is happening in the world is through the energy of Pluto. That's why it rules the Scorpio sign also, Rohiji, the sign of transformation. Here, uh, Pluto in the Pluto in the ninth house. This is also in Vedic astrology related to your father. So there can be some regeneration or reconnection with father. That lost touch that father and you had may come back in a positive way. For that, what you have to end all the negative, all the bad things that happened earlier and move on with a very new kind of approach. So a new approach is required for all the Gemini ascendant people. I hope. See, I have very less research on it, so I don't want to put whatever I know. I am going to tell you. I am not going to be someone like that. I know everything and things like that. I tried to. If you go in the beginning of the video, I know many people must have stumbled upon just by putting their, time counter, and they must have come here. But if you go in the beginning, you will understand that Pluto, how it is connected to Mahabharata. And Mahabharata is a very extreme big war that happened in India for the righteousness. Lord Krishna, a very famous uh, god, like he's the god of the universe, he's associated with this teachings of Mahabharata. So a big transformation was happening when, um, what we say, he was in Kritika Nakshatra, Pluto. But now also, there can be big transformation when it enters Dhanishta. It will be entering Dhanishta, right, Rohit? Dhanishta is in the beginning of Aquarius, then comes Satabisha. So, all the best. Hope that this brings a lot of transformation in terms of uh, your personality as well, your belief system as well. All the best, those who are watching for the first time, and many people must have stumbled upon this video for the first time and thinking, what the hell, this Indian guy, Indian bald guy, is talking about Pluto. He has no idea what is he. Yeah, so I could have had no idea, but that's why I'm saying that whatever research I have done, I am trying to tell you this is what it means. More and more, I am very much interested in Pluto, and I will be doing extreme research, all the research that is possible on it in the coming future. Those who are new, please subscribe. It will be a very much blessing from your side to us. And those who are watching for the first time and want to take WhatsApp appointment, want to understand their chart, Vedic chart better, the WhatsApp link is in the description for personal appointments. All the best. Now for Cancer ascendant people, Rohitji, here it is actually the most intense placement of Pluto, by the way. It is the most intense because it is the eighth house, and eighth house is the house of cycles of death and rebirth, sexual relationships and commitments of all kinds, joint funds, finances, inheritances, others person's resource. That means something you get out of insurance, something you get by doing some bad acts to other, like taking money, karma, debt, judgment. You are going to jail or not, this house decides. Regeneration and self transformation. Now, this is the most intense effect of Pluto transit will be on Cancer ascendant, and it is, Rohiji, a very long term thing will end for you very soon. Like the energy is here, a very long term thing that has been going for a lifetime, like going for last 20-25 years, will end, and a new, absolute new thing will come. This is the time of cycle of death of something in your life and rebirth of something in your life. It is the time for what we say, all the commitments that you have made in the past might end, or might be not be, it will be null and void. Now they are not required for, now that commitments are not required. Now this is the time that new commitments that you will make for the future can happen. It is the time that through partnership, through getting involved with someone on a very start level, on a very beginning level, you can start building joint finances, funds, like mean end of, what do you say, end of, um, no wealth situation and start of wealth building situations can happen. Regeneration, here is the people who are suffering from major illnesses, there can be some light, some hope now, that either are two things here. Either Pluto will completely destroy it and give you a new birth so that you are completely done with that karma. Fine, finish. That is finished. Let's go ahead now into the new life. That can also happen. Or self transformation. That means you, how the liver, Rohitji, when we cut it, it automatically starts developing itself. That kind of regeneration of your organs also can happen if there is some place where there is, mostly people uh, with this placement of Pluto, according to the research and what I was reading, is they have problems in the cells of the body, cancer kind of problems. So if such kind of problems is happening, there will be regeneration. That means maybe you will get relief in the next few years. On the world level, because it is the house of research, it is the house of deep mystical insight science. This house, on the world level, there is going to be very big medical researches as well as some kind of antidotes for bigger of things, so that that can help in death and rebirth. That all the miseries, all the bigger problems, all the bigger diseases which are not being able to solve, we can find some good news for that diseases. So a very important time for transformation, a very important time to regenerate your ideas, regenerate your partnerships, start something new that you are doing after like 20 years. Start something like after 2008. This is what you will be doing. Starting something very excellently new in your life. So hopefully, this is going to be a very positive period for Cancer ascendant people. Transformation is required for you guys at the moment. And this transformation of Pluto, I know it is just unseen. It goes unseen, like cells in the body unseen, but every minute they are regenerating themselves, killing, regenerating, killing. Same way, this will go very unseen, but it will put an effect on you. Every energy in this world who's orbiting the sun will put an effect on us. It orbits in 243 years. So it will put very minute 2% effect, but that 2% is also, cyanide, Rohitji. There is one drug called cyanide. You put it on your tongue, you die. So you don't need like a 10 milligram of cyanide. You just need 0.01 milligram. That is how Pluto is. You don't need complete of Pluto. If it comes very closer, it would have been closer. There would have been only destruction in this world. So from the outer side, when it is looking and going, that 1 or 2% is also like 100% potency, like other our planets, what they give. So all the best. Cancer, I don't have much research on it because Vedic astrology does not consider this a very important planet. But I thought maybe if all our family members, all the people have requested for this, I should do some research. I spent 20 days on it and tried to understand it, connected, searched Mahabharata and things, stories in Mahabharata, and got this out that yes, this is not a invention that is done recently. It is from the Mahabharata time. They knew that there is a planet there sitting. They just mistaken it for nakshatra, that means some constellation, but then they figured out no, it's not a constellation, it's a planet. So that is how this is, man. Anyways, all the best for Cancer ascendant people. There is a story in the beginning and understanding of Pluto in the beginning. If you want to see that, you will understand more. Those who are watching this for the first time, and many people must have stumbled upon it on the first time, thinking that what the hell this bald Vedic astrologer is talking about Pluto, when this is our subject, Western subject. But still, the mentions of it in our um, culture in Sanatana has value of Pluto. Okay, all the best. Do subscribe. There is a WhatsApp link. If you click on that link, you will be directly directed to our WhatsApp, and you can have a appointment with me. For Leo ascendant people, Rohitji. Now, Pluto energy is going to be in the seventh house with Saturn energy. Saturn is also here. Now, this energy is absolutely going to be focusing on partnerships, marriage, business matters, diplomacy, agreements, contracts, all the things that become official is seventh house. All the things,
Saturday,
yeah.
Second baby.
second baby, many things, Rohitji. A state in which opposing forces and influence are balanced. This is also the seventh house. Now, the main focus of Pluto is regeneration in your relationships. That does not mean you are divorced, getting divorced, and you will form another life partner. Get another. No, it means that some problems or the trouble that you had, some kind of enemy, that the thoughts that were your enemy in your relationships, might now become, might now go, and a new journey starts here. A new partnership, a new marriage, a new business matter, a new agreement comes into your life. All the old ones are null and void now. That is what it means. A new way of approaching partnerships is going to start for all the Leo ascendant people. This is the house that is fourth from the fourth. There is going to be like fourth from the fourth, yeah, right? So this is also the house that is related to happiness from mother also, and gains from mother, gains from what we say, your inner peace, happiness, gain from the home environment. That is why the seventh house is supposed to be the house of spouse also, where your marriage and the what we say, the gains from the home. When you come back to your home, what kind of gains do you get? That is also related to the seventh house. Here, it is also related to the second house or real estate. So maybe if there is any dispute in the current area that where you are staying right now in your house, you should consider of ending all that dispute and moving ahead in your life, building your own what you say, legacy from here on. This is the house where you need all the contracts to happen. So the contracts which were not happening for a long period of time might happen now. There is going to be regeneration of contracts. Maybe you in the past you tried agreed on something. Now this is the time you will reform that into a bigger agreement or into a long term agreement. That can happen. Pluto is the energy that is related to destruction, by the way. So destruction can also happen. It is not like only good things will happen. Like those people who are supposed to or in the verge of ending their very long relation after 25 years, people are thinking, okay, we will divorce. That can also happen. A new chapter in your life also begins now. So it is not only positive, negative, ending of negative and moving into positive things can happen. I was listening to one Acharya ji. He was saying that neither your parents, neither your children, neither your friends, neither your acquaintances, neither your business partners, no one in this world will go into the afterlife with you. Only you and yourself will be going together. All the people who say that, oh, this is my karma, uh, this is my book, this is my pen, this is my YouTube channel, this is my thing. Everything is so fake, man. The minute you die, if I die right now, Rohitji, this laptop will easily be taken by some of the family members saying that, oh, I needed a laptop. My watch will go somewhere, my phone will go somewhere, all the money. First, people will go and check how much money is in the bank account and stuff like that. So you go with no one, no memories also. That's why when we are born in the next life, only we are born with the karmas, no memories. So do good karma. That is what is required. Regenerate yourself, your soul during this period when Pluto is giving you an opportunity. Regenerate your partnership ideas. Regenerate your, what we say, regenerate. Start to becoming more submissive, more, what you say, tolerating. That you should do. Anyways, those who are watching this video for the first time and stumbled upon and thinking what this person is doing, Vedic astrologer talking about Pluto, this is our domain, the Western astrology. So the context is that in the Mahabharata, there has been mention of Pluto. So go in the beginning and understand what it means. And those who are watching for the first time and like us or think that our efforts are good, you should subscribe. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. That will be also very pleasant if you get in personal appointments so that I can discuss your Vedic chart with you so you can understand it in a more better, simplified manner. So, Rohitji, for Virgo ascendant, when we talk about Pluto for Virgo ascendant. In Vedic astrology, it is not considered Pluto and planets like that. But our software still store Pluto, by the way. So everyone, if they have regenerated or generated a sheet for them about how their planetary positions are, they will also find in that table that Pluto is also in some nakshatra or some kind of some kind of house in your chart. But here for Virgo ascendant people, it is right now moving into the sixth house. And it will be here, Rohitji, from 2024 of January till 2043 of March. It is not a very small transit. It is, many people will say, Rohitji, that why Pluto is considered it does not matter and all this and that. But if you see the on a larger scale, when Pluto was transiting last time in 2008 in Capricorn, that is the time the recession, the Great Recession hit. All the markets crashed. There was completely destruction happened. Your voice is not coming, Rohitji.
This is not a coincidence that Pluto transits in a Capricorn in 2008 and this thing recession and all, so many people lost the job worldwide. Because in Kalpurish Kundli, 10th house is a house of profession, job. And when Pluto comes here, see what he did there. So
Yeah.
this is not coincident. This is a proven thing.
Overall, yes, but if we talk about the energy for Virgo ascendant people, it is going into the sixth house, and wherever it goes, it regenerates. Can you see the cells in the body? No, but they are there, right? Same way, Pluto we cannot see with naked eye. It is there. The energy is there. It is orbiting very close to the sun. For us it will be like billions of miles away, for sun also billions, but it is still orbiting the sun. It is completing 243 years a circle. That means whether anyone thinks about it as a planet or does not think, does not matter, but it is still a body that is in the orbit of the sun, going round and round and round, just like other asteroids, just like Dhuma, just like Gulika. It is also there. That energy is also there. Now what is happening is that, Rohiji, it is the impact of Pluto on our life on a larger scale is very less, but that less is also too much because of the cells in the body. Completely all the body cells in the body are ruled by Pluto. That's why it is regenerating every moment. The liver is ruled by Pluto. It is cut it will regenerate. What is the role of liver? To destroy toxins in your body. What is the role of Pluto? To destroy. It has the same element. So here it is the sixth house, and the context of Pluto is not only mentioned in what we say in only Western astrology. In Mahabharata also, Ved Vyasa mentions it about Pluto, that there is Pluto, there is some kind of planet with sharp rays in Kritika Nakshatra, which is creating problem, but it's so distant that it cannot be identified. So it is mentioned that it is there, the presence is there, and it is creating destruction. So there has been research done by Ved Vyasji on it. Now, here it is sitting in the sixth house of routine tasks, duties, skills, training required, employment, job, service, perform for others, strength, vitality, wellness and healthcare, courage, and pets. Now, this is the time of a very big transformation in your life, and that transformation can be end of your job or end of a skill that you had. Now, starting of a new skill or a new training that is might be required for enhancement in your life, for going ahead in your life, for thinking about longer term. Now, Rohiji, do you know that these engineers who are working, mechanical engineer, this engineer, that engineer, doctors who are like trained 50 years ago, do you think that in present way they will be able to stand amongst the people who are just coming right now, getting AI and I don't know what all things in their head? So what over the period, what happens is that, Rohiji, many people I do appointment with them, they are born in 1970s, 1968, no sorry 1968, 61 and so on. They're saying that, I don't have job right now and I'm an engineer and this and that. So the thing is that the world will move, the world will move with younger generation always, not with the older generation. Meanwhile, all the younger generation who are watching this video, it is not like the transition is not going to happen later in your life. There is going to be something else that is going to come in that area or that point of time. So, what we need to collectively keep doing is training. Always for the future, we have to be future ready. That is what Pluto here comes and tells you.
There
And
is always a revolutionary change in all field. We never think of this thing that robots will do a surgery and operations of a human being in these
anytime, no
days.
one can,
Yes,
no. So the thing is that every time it is being like, when someone must have discussed in 1950s that there will be a mobile phone in the hand, they say, oh, nothing will happen like that.
and
Today everyone has a mobile phone.
there was one media report last days. I will not name that person, the richest person in the world. In his in his company, one robot attacked one engineer, and I don't know, he was dismantling that or what happens, and he attacks that engineer, and if the fellow engineer in within a few seconds did not deactivate that robot or switch off, he can even kill that person. And this report is being buried from, I think, 1.5 or 2 years now. It comes in the media fraternity. So yes, things are going very, big change in every field there is a revolutionary change.
Yeah. So every time Pluto coming here is telling you to the past 17, 20 years is gone now. Now what next? This is the time to regenerate your routines, to think about your routine now that now, man, I learned this engineering 20, like 30 years ago. Now these people are learning some different kind of engineering, and all these youngsters are coming and replacing us. What next? This is the time that now skill development training is now required for you. This is the time that you have to use your what we say, in terms of, not only in terms of skills, in terms of health also. There is going to be some past, like, okay, habits. This is the house of habits, the sixth house. That is why habits turn into routine, right? That is how this house is concerned. Now what we need to do is that you have to stop habits that you were doing in the past. Now move on to do new habits in your life. Move on to take new initiatives for your healthcare, for wellness. I used to drink 2 bottles a day. Now I have to stop it. Stop it means completely stop it and move towards a new routine where I can look after my health. So I can, my cells can regenerate very easily. Otherwise, cell will stop regenerating, heart will stop regenerating blood, and things like that, and you will die. That is what is going to happen. Always Pluto is considered, whatever I have learned is with regeneration. During the Mahabharata, and Pluto entering the Kritika Nakshatra was a regeneration of energy, that dharma has to win and adharma has to end. So it did that. Now here in this sixth house, it says that bad habit has to, or laziness, or things like skill development that you're not focusing on. Now they have to be again regenerated in your life in a positive and the current way. Current, what is currently what is required has to be done for you. This is what I would have understand, and this is how much I have understood from Pluto coming into Aquarius in Virgo ascendant people. So those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. Those who have already subscribed, thank you so much. There are many new friends who are new family members who are watching us. So welcome to AC Astro, and do subscribe. And there is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. You can go there personally. We can talk and discuss about your chart and your placement of Vedic other 9 planets in your chart. For Libra ascendant people, it is the fifth house where Pluto will be coming. So, a lot of energy of about energy of Pluto's we have discussed in the beginning of the video. So, if you go there and see the association of Pluto in Mahabharata and what it is called, you know. So here I have opened it here also in my to use it as reference. It is called Tivra or Tikshana. Go and find out. It has been written thousands of years ago by Vedvyas ji that Tikshana is in the sign of Kritika, and it is creating some problem. There is some planet or some nakshatra which is emitting a lot of light, and that was Pluto. So that means it is already recognized by our sages thousands of years before it was even discovered by anyone else. Now here the point is that there is very less research done on Pluto because it's a very slow moving planet, right? And I think anything that is very slow in the life, we do not want to do more research about it because people think, why is so slow thing research we should do? Here, fifth house is the house of your recreational leisure activities. This is what things what make for enjoyment and entertainment. Games, gambling, risk, any kind of speculative investments, romance, limerence, children, fertility, creativity, self expression. Everything is governed by the fifth house. Now, this is the time of regeneration. What does the regeneration means? The enjoyment which you felt that this is enjoyment. I think there will be a new revelation, new layer that will be added to enjoyment for you. Rohitji, uh, I'll just give you an example what has happened to our life in this era. Earlier, Saturday night, drinking with friends, having drinks and whiskey and this thing was entertainment and enjoyment for us. Nowadays, Saturday Sundarkand and Hanuman Chalisa is enjoyment for us. So that is transformation. So you will choose now. There will be a very big transformation in your life. Thinking about that, what is the real enjoyment I am looking for? How do I? The past will be past. There will be a regeneration of your ideas. There will be new ideas coming in. There will be new activities, recreational activities that you will be doing. You will be starting off during this time. In the area of gambling, risk, games, there will be, if you go into a lot of speculation, Pluto is not a planet that supports. It's very slow, very, very slow. So if you are just going on the basis of Pluto getting into your, I can do gambling, risk, this and that is not going to be working for you. But on a different level, some Libra ascendant people who must have not been able to produce a child for almost 10 15 years now, they've been trying. There can be a good chance now because of Pluto being very regenerative. It will regenerate that spark in you, that idea in you. Those people who have forgot how to love, how to give, how to show self expression, how to be in romantic situations, they will also regenerate. They will again come back into that kind of a zone. So it is just like, and it is, this transit is happening for 200 years, 220 years, Rohitji. This transit is happening almost 180 to 2, so I think 220 years only. Yes, 243 years, because then it will go to Pisces in 2043 in 20 years, and 3 years, after 3 years it will again go to Aries, or not 3 years, after again 31 years it will go to Aries. So almost 180 years plus is when this transit is happening. So it is a very, very big transit that has to happen. Now, natally, wherever Pluto will be placed in your chart, you can go and understand that this is the time that this Pluto here must have done some kind of transformation in my life in that area. Like, for example, in my third house, Pluto is sitting in retrograde motion. Okay, so I just thought about it, and I saw that Pluto sitting in Swati Nakshatra in my third house has created a lot of transformation in my communication. I started my life with zero communication, did not even speak English at all. But later, as life progressed, there was a big transformation. I put all the barriers behind me and I went forward and forward. So that way, in some areas of your life where Pluto is sitting, you will see overall from last 20, 25 years, 30 years, from when it is transiting or from wherever you are born, you will see that in that house, especially, slowly, you will start giving up, or you will start transforming, or what you say, regenerating your own self. That is what you will be doing, that aspect of your life. So during this time, start loving again, start falling in love again, start be more happy. This is the time of leaving all the sadness behind and moving forward with happiness, and what you say, comfort of children also can come to you. So all the best. I hope that, I know many people will be watching us for the first time. Those who are watching for the first time, do subscribe. Those who have already subscribed, thank you so much. We do Vedic astrology. If anyone is interested to get their chart accessed in Vedic astrology, that how the 9 planets, including Rahu and Ketu, are in the chart, so you can come to us. We can do a lot of talking on your chart and understand your planets and the energies which are very close to us. All the best. Do subscribe and show your support. Now, for Scorpio ascendant people, Rohitji, it is in the fourth house. Now, all the details about Pluto being connected to our Shastras, Mahabharata, the mention of Pluto in Mahabharata is already published in the start of the video if you want to go there and watch it. Pluto is the planet about transformation, about regeneration. It is just like your liver or your body, cells in your body. It will regenerate things for you. Here, this is the fourth house where Pluto will be transiting for you. It is the house of ancestry, heritage, roots, foundation, environment. Fourth house is the house of childhood, Rohitji. It is the house of mother. It is the house that what kind of foundation your mother is building for you. Mother caretaker, housing or household, neighborhood matters, and comfort, security, and tidiness. OCD, I have OCD. Fourth house is related to OCD. So now here, Rohitji, Pluto is the planet that will try to do some very good things in your life, especially in the area of your roots. Something that you have been believing or blind faith you had for a very long period of time might change now. I was listening to one older lady of ISKCON. What a beautiful explanation she gave about Jesus Christ. She said Christ came to Vrindavan. Okay, he took lot of knowledge from the gurus of Vrindavan. He went back. Then he was called Christ because of Krishna only. Christ, Christ, Christian. That is how the name came. Christ and Krishna are the same, they said. And the father that Lord Jesus is talking about, she says, it's not my belief. Everyone has their own belief, and but she says the father that Jesus is always talking that our Father who lives in heaven is no one else than Krishna, because in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, "I am the seed of this universe. I am the Father to every being that resides in or dwells on this planet." So that means somehow she was connecting it. So such kind of roots, the root uh, belief that you might have a regeneration or might transform. You might transform there. This is the time that you can go back to find out your ancestry, that where do you come from, what is your lineage, why you have spiritual aspect. I, like, for example, if you're watching me from the world that does not even exist in the map, like the places that not they are not even known to human beings, and you're seeing that I am born as a white person, I have such kind of inclination towards spirituality. Why am I into going into this? This is what you will be finding for the next 20 years. This is what is going to happen. The environment in your home that was there related to bad or good, you will start to regenerate it. There is going to be some good environment that you will create in your house in a positive way. But before anything positive comes, negative has to come. Simple example, Rohit. COVID period, the houses in North America were not selling even for half the price of asking. People were in debt. Trouble came, there was a big transformation. The whole world went into misery, trouble, this, that, death, so many things. Now, 1 2 years of after COVID, you cannot buy a house in North America because of the transformation that has happened. There is no space only, there is no money, the interest rates are so high. So what has happened? Only after destruction is when comes some kind of what do you say, transformation and positive transformation. So this fourth house, those countries who fall under the fourth house division, there can be a lot of earthquakes, there can be a lot of destruction also happening during this time, because Reggie, this is sitting on the house of real estate, house of land, Pluto. So what will it do? It will say that, okay, this is not the landscape I like, let me destroy it and build a new landscape. Exactly, you will be doing that in your life. You will be destroying the old landscape in your life. The comfort that you thought that this is comfort, you will destroy that, and you will move away to a newer, very far better life. Whatever you thought that this is security, I was just talking to someone before this appointment, a very good government official. He said that I earned so much money in my life. Now I think that spirituality is the only thing, because money is not able to solve any purpose for me. It is just there in my bank and I have a lot of money. But She said money is also required. It's not like money is not required. But you know what has happened? A transformation, that they understood that the security that money gave is far less than the security they are seeking. This is what is can or shows in your chart that can happen. I don't have very much research in on Pluto. Whatever I could gather, whatever I could understand, I'm trying to explain it to you. So forgive me if I am wrong somewhere, because all the people who follow Western astrology might have bigger and great knowledge about this planet, because they have been following it very closely than us. Because in the Vedic culture, yes, it is mentioned about Tikshana, Tivra. It is called Tivra, something that has sharp rays. And something that has sharp rays, what it does? It destroys you. God, when God, everyone says that we want to see God. Do we have the eyes to see God? No. When God comes in that tivrata, that light, no one is able to bear it. But when God will give you that vision of looking at Him in a spiritual way, then you will be able to take it. That is how Pluto is. You have to look at it in a spiritual way. So a lot of transformation in the fourth house, in your real estate, in your home, in your heritage, in your roots, foundation. So all the best. I hope the new chapter begins for those who want are seeking new chapter in their life. Those who are watching the video for the first time might have stumbled upon on this Vedic astrology channel. If you subscribe, it will be very positive for us, a lot of motivation for us, and we can connect. There are other planets as well. We do a lot of transits, a lot of conjunctions, a lot of constellation, nakshatra transits, and a lot of Vedic astrology. We talk about a lot of good things, so that can be a part of your life, daily life, if you want to research in astrology with us. And also, we want to know your ideas. I know many people will be watching this many years later from when it is in 2035, I guess. So you give your experience that it happened in your 4000. What is happening? So all the future people who are watching this can give their also experiences. Thank you. The WhatsApp link is in the description below. Do comment and let us know your feedback. Luigi, anything you want to say?
I think you say I have not much research about this. I think you have more than research about this.
No, Luigi, the kind of confidence I have for other planets, Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, Jupiter, here Pluto, I have little less confidence. This is based on, like, see, other planets I'm learning for the last 20-23 years, but this planet is very, very new to me. Yeah, it always existed. I always read about Pluto. I have very much interest in astronomy also, but there is no big research in the Vedic system here. According to some people, it is said that it is Yama. It is Yamalok. That means that is the place of death and regeneration. So can be possible. Some say it is energy of Lord Shiva. Yes, energy of Lord Shiva. Shiva is Yama himself, right? Who's Yam? Shiva is Yama. He's the destruction. He's the beginning. He's the end. So a lot of research has to be done on it. And I think now going forward, I will be taking a lot of interest in Pluto, Uranus, Neptune, all these planets also, because if they are in the software, that means God wanted them there. Software is created by man, but the thought is given by God. So God wanted them to be in the chart. So I think there is some significance that these planets also hold. Just like the cells in the body, you cannot see them, but they are there, and they are the main part of the larger structure. We always think that heart is the one, but smallest to smallest part in the body is also important. That is how in universe, smallest to smallest energy that is governing or orbiting the sun is important. Okay, moving on to Sagittarius ascendant. Now here, those who are watching the video for the first time or they directly come on the timestamp and they are here, go in the beginning of the video, because you will find the real essence of Pluto. What is the research that I have done? How in Mahabharata it has been called Tivra or Tikshana. This is what it is called. I have written it in front of me. That how Vyasaji says that during the time Kritika, in the nakshatra of Kritika, there is someone who's troubling her, and that is who? That is Pluto, called Tikshana. This was mentioned as nakshatra because it was stationary at one place for a long period. So it must be a planet in the outer orbit, but it was in the internal orbit. Lord Krishna must have knew about it, but Ved Vyas was trying to understand what is this. Anyways, it is now entering the third house of your communication, distribution, generosity, intelligence, development, siblings, locomotion. Locomotion means traveling to short places, changing location continuously, here, sometime there, sometime here, sometime there. Transportation, things that exist or are used or enjoyed for a short time. Courage and ability to do hard work, personal interest and neighbors. This is what exactly the third house in detail means. Still, there are 10,000 more aspects to it, but these are, like, you must have not heard locomotion and, things like generosity. This is the third house. Now, here, understand that this is the time when there is going to be a very big transformation or very big regeneration or some new development in the communication pattern that you have been following for the last 20 years, 15, 18 years till 2008. From now on, for many people, this is the first time they will be seeing a transit. Those born after 2009, they will be first time seeing a transit of um, Pluto or experiencing it. But those who have born in earlier must have seen multiple, every 13, 15 years they must have seen transit. Last was in 2008 when there was a very big recession hit all over the world. What did it happen? Recession happened, everything went down, it was regenerated. The whole wealth in the world was regenerated. This is what Pluto has to do on a larger scale. Here your communication will regenerate, your generosity, that means if you're generous or no, or that aspect of your life, if it is vanished from your life, you will become more generous now. Travel wise, you will find more opportunities to travel. Pluto is the planet of about travel because it is the slowest moving planet and the most desire, most research which is written. It is the planet of travel, it is the planet of wealth, it is the planet of travel, it is the planet of wealth. So this is what is going to happen. Travel also will happen. Short time travel that you can enjoy will also happen. Those people who do not have any courage or those who do not have any motivation to hard work, they will now regenerate their thoughts, and things like hard work and your, what you say, courage to take steps to communicate better is going to happen to you. Those who had a complete zero connection with their siblings might now regenerate their what you say, their communication with their siblings or their neighbors. Personal interest, you were not being able to take a personal interest for last 20, 15 years, 20 years, 13 years, whatever years, you always had a thought. Now you will put the idea on the table, and in the next 20 years you can make it into a bigger picture. That is going to happen according to the research which I feel I have done. It is a very awesome, auspicious planet, but if taken it positively also. Every planet in this world is come here not to have any kind of personal, grudge with you. They're all here to transform you, to make you one step closer towards spirituality. And this is what Pluto might also do in the transit that is going to happen. Not immediately, but over course of next 20 years. After 20 years, when you come back to this video, or those who are watching in the middle, sometime in 2033, 35, someone must be watching right now. You have to understand and see that if these things happen to you or no. Was there any development in your intelligence? Did your intelligence take a big leap and went into excellence? That is what you have to come here. You have to also understand that did your communication pattern or style change? Did your generosity, that means you being generous towards other people, empathetic other people, did it change? Did it increase? That is what you will see the transformation in the next 20 years in your life. Thank you. I know there are many people who are watching for the first time. They must have just stumbled upon seeing Pluto, what this person has to say. But if you like it, if you think that the hard work, the research, in the beginning of the video, go and see the whole presentation, what Pluto is, how it was how in what time 200 years ago it was transiting where and what was happening. What are the areas that Aquarius rules? This is the house of social media, third house. communication, social media. There is going to be a complete change of pattern in the world for social media and for IT. And it is very evident. You can see that nowadays all the scams, AI, and this and that. And I think on a larger scale, there is going to be a very big regulation that will come on internet, that it will be completely regulated, because every country will demand regulation of internet, because they are facing the most of the problem in the world is because of internet regulation only. There is very less firewall protection for everyone, and anyone can hack anything. In Canada, Rohitji, regularly government websites are being hacked, money is being going out. So there will be some regulation or filters now. See, it will come in next few years only. There will be big changes in the world. But overall, those who are watching for the first time, do subscribe if you think our efforts are worth. And those who are new to the channel and don't know what we do Vedic astrology. We work on Rahu, Ketu, and all the other 7 planets in the solar system. The north node and the south node of the moon are Rahu and Ketu, and we do their transits. We do weekly predictions according to your ascendant and the rising sign. So that is where you should connect with us and bless us. Thank you. God bless. Ruji, now comes the Capricorn ascendant people. Now, January 20th of 2024 till March of 8th, 2043, a very big transit of 20 years. Between this time, Pluto is not a planet like very simple planet. It retrogrades, it will go back, it will go to this house, that house, everything it will be doing. Now, what is the positive thing here, Rohitji? Second house is the house of your material and immaterial things of certain value. One is the gold that you have, and one is a piece of paper that is has emotional value to it, and one thing that has material value to it. So both the things are ruled by the second house. Money, possessions and acquisitions, cultivation, substance. Someone asked me, can I become a very good farmer? I said, look at the second house. If had that house promises cultivation or has Jupiter in it, you can become very good farmer. Self-worth, family business, and inheritance of family business. Why, Rohitji? It is 8th from the 8th house. Sorry, it is 7th from the 8th house. That means the gains from partnerships or gains from inheritance is through business. Getting business through inheritance is what this means. Now, Rohitji, here, Pluto is the planet of regeneration. It will regenerate. I think in this video I have said regenerate more than 300 times till now, because that is the simple um, conversion of Pluto's energy, regeneration. It is just like an earthworm. You cut it into you cut it into pieces, it will regenerate itself. That is Pluto's energy. All the cells in the body are ruled by Pluto. It will keep regenerating itself. The liver in the body, cut it, it will come back again. Regeneration. That is what Pluto does. Here, there is going to be regeneration in material and immaterial things of your certain value. That means this is the time you will let go many things from your side. You will say that this did not have that much significance in my life. Keeping this piece of paper did not mean anything to me. But now I need to let this go and move on. It is the time that you will take money or regenerate wealth. Those people who say that, oh, I am completely finished, there is nothing I can do. Some people are completely done in their business, nothing working. This is the time that your regeneration or you starting to reform your resources. This is what is going to happen. Many possessions and acquisitions that you received or might have gone from your hand through litigation or through problems like that, this is the time that you will take some kind of like in a revengeful way, you will work towards achieving them back. That means you will make sure that your energy regenerates all that is lost and everything comes back to you. In fact, the honor that you have lost in the past, this is the time again to regenerate that energy in the universe and get your honor back, your self worth back, your family business back, your inheritance back. This is the time that you will be completely focused on getting things that are of certain value in your life back to yourself. This is the kind of energy that is happening in your second house. House of family also. All the family relationships that has gone, you will try to regenerate some kind of interest in the family to come back together. So you will be uh, a collective force. That okay, destruction happened, no problem, but now what next? How do we regenerate that love again? That is what you are going to do. Okay, losses happened in business, my loss, everything is done. Now how do I regenerate that wealth back? That is what is going to happen for all the Capricorn ascendant people. It's a very good news for you, the one of the best ascendants ever. And this is what my research about Pluto is. Pluto has been mentioned in Mahabharata as well as Tikshana or Tivra. Sage Vyasa states that some immobile luminary was troubling Kritika with its sharp rays, and that that thing was called Tikshani. The name given to Pluto is Tikshani in Mahabharata. So maybe it must be discovered in this form and that form by anyone in the Western world. But it is mentioned in a book that is written like millennia ago, thousands of years ago. Crazy, very nice. So our what we say, our Sanatana Dharma also has the mention of Tikshana in it, but not very much research has been done because it is. I told you, see, it is said, it is written by him only. Kritikam Kritikam Pidam Tikshani Nakshatram. He thought that there is some nakshatra which is over a nakshatra and trying to trouble. But when the calculation was done, Kritika Grahaste Viru Nakshatre Prathame Jwalan. Matlab, first I thought it's a nakshatra, but no, it is not a nakshatra, it's a graha. And that is called Tikshana, because it has very sharp rays. And go and look at Pluto. When it shines, it has sharp rays. So that is how Mahabharata has evidence of this. All the best. Those who are watching for the first time, do subscribe. Those who have already subscribed, thank you so much. It is very much pleasure to connect to new people today. There are so many new faces today. Those who have come down, show us your support, subscribe, and we do a lot of weekly, daily, sometimes live readings. Then we do weekly horoscopes, we do monthly horoscopes. All the transits we cover. So I hope that we can be of service of any kind to you. All the best. Those who want to connect with me on WhatsApp, here is the WhatsApp link. You can connect and we can discuss your chart in a Vedic manner in detail. Aquarius ascendant people, Rohit. Now, here, when we talk about Aquarius ascendant, this is the ascendant, this is the sign where Pluto will be transiting, completely coming into the sign. Luigi, last time when Pluto transited in the 12th house, there was major destruction in the world. Major destruction, especially related to stock markets, related to lot of trouble in like big recession in 2008 and 2009. We know that, and we were trying to recover. That is what it was happening. Now here, what happens is that it will transfer in the first house, Aquarius ascendant. The energy of Pluto is a regeneration or regenerative energy. That means it is the energy that is just like an earthworm. Cut the earthworm into two pieces, it will regenerate itself. Cut the liver of the body, it will regenerate itself. Cells in the body keep regenerating. That is how the energy of Pluto is. Now, I know many people must have just clicked on the timestamp and they have come here to watch their only own stuff, right? But in the beginning of the video, I have explained Pluto, how it is connected to Vedic astrology and how it has created a destruction during the time of Mahabharata. It shows that mathematical calculation indicate that Kritika and Pluto were in conjunction during the Mahabharata period. And that is what sage Vyasa says, that Kritikam Pidiyam Tikshanahi Nakshatram. That means there is some nakshatra or some kind of a very sharp object or sharp rays in the nakshatra of Kritika which is trying to destroy. And this whole war is happening because of that. And that is what it is mentioned in the Mahabharata by sage Vyas. So it is evident that Vedic astrology also has recognized the planet Pluto in the name of Tivra or Tikshana. Now, it is the first house for you, which is related to physical appearance, identity. There is going to be a very big transformation or regeneration in your physical appearance, identity. Over the next 20 years, depending on what age you are, now your body will regenerate itself. Maybe into a better form, depending on maybe you will start getting older now. Things will start moving quite fast for you in terms of, be getting older or getting younger, depends on how the placement is. Saturn is retrograde, you will get a little bit younger. If Saturn is not retrograde and in direct motion, then because of the dispositor of this house, Pluto will regenerate your body. It will make new cells, and that cells will be a regeneration of that current age that you're going through. This is also the house of resourcefulness, that how resourceful are you, what kind of things people look up to you in your life. So if there was any trouble related to having resources but not being able to use it, or having resources but not understanding how do we get into the resourceful nature in life, how do we make sure that our resources which we have, like for example, my father is the prime minister of India, but I have never used my resource. This is the time that you may use that resource for transformation, for your regeneration of your identity. It is the time when we talk about ego, personality. What the ego personality you had earlier, now you will start transforming, you will start regenerating and becoming a nice human being. Also, beginning and initiatives, those beginning and initiative which you couldn't do earlier, this is the time that you will be able to begin and initiate on new things. And this is also the house of general health wise also. If you were not completely focused, you will now get focused. The energy of Pluto first brings destruction, then solves it. So now suddenly there will be a very big, what you say, a very big shock that you will get of your life, and that is where you will start to regenerate and transform. That is how it happens. Everything, unless and until you get that shock in your life, you do not come on the right track. Very less people, very less than 5% people in the world may be on the right track with their conscious mind, but other people are in illusion that where is my Ferrari, where is my big house. When you get a shock, then you come to think that okay, you get this call and say that you have just 3 months to live. Now you don't need Ferrari, you don't need house, you just need life. You just pray God every minute that I just want more breath, I want more life, I want more days to survive. So see that suddenly immediately the area of your focus becomes different as soon as you get such kind of news. So this is the time that try to change your outlook and impression towards life. Regenerate yourself. Come on. For the next 20 years, it is going to be lots of regeneration that you will do. And not only you, everyone in this universe will regenerate. I'm telling you, the internet will regenerate itself. There is going to be something coming up more. Internet version, we, मतलब बोल रहे हैं, AI has come now, something bigger will come. There will be more regeneration of AI. Something very destructive can come. That is why this is called Kali Yuga. And if you go in the beginning, I know many people have just stumbled upon right here, right? You go in the beginning, you see I have discussed that Pluto is called Kali, that it's and the energy is destructive for Pluto. It is associated with Lord Shiva, something that regenerates itself. Lord Shiva is the one who keeps regenerating himself. From the ashes he becomes Shiva. From Shiva he becomes ashes. From ashes he becomes Shiva. Oof. All the best. I don't have very much big research on Pluto, but whatever I know I have tried to explain. I hope that you will comment below, you will give us good feedback about it so that we also learn. And those who are future watchers, like I think if you're watching is around 2028, 2030, 2031, 2043 actually, because planet will be transiting, you will say, oh, let us see what happened last time. So for them, if this kind of energy came into your life, this kind of thing happened to you, just comment below and let us know. I think I will be old also that time. 20 years from now I will be 57, but okay, I will be alive, so I will watch it. All the best. Those who are new, and many people must have stumbled very, very new, can subscribe and give us support so that that the willpower becomes more stronger. And those who are watching this video for the first time, do share, as well as there is a WhatsApp link in the description if you want to take any kind of personal appointment and know about the Vedic structure of your chart. All the best. Talking about Pisces ascendant, and this is the final and the beginning of life. It is, I don't see Pisces ascendant as end of life, I see beginning of life, because this is when your life actually starts, when you give up everything, your desires. This is the this is the house of giving up everything, everything. Finally completion, that means okay, I'm complete in the material world, now I will start my spiritual journey. This is that. Now Pluto, I've been explaining in all the ascendants, and here also I'll give you a little bit of overview that Pluto is the planet that is related to regeneration or transformation. It is the naturally rules the Scorpio sign, which is related to transformation, the eighth house, and it gets exalted in Leo as well as Virgo. Okay, so it is that kind of a planet. Now it is coming into the 12th house, very important placement of Pluto, especially the dispositor is also right now here. It will be moving dispositor, that means Saturn will be moving around in 2 and 2.5 years. But Pluto, on the other hand, will stay here for 20 years, from 20th of January 2024 till 8th of March 2043. Pluto will be here in Aquarius. As far as what I have understood, in the Vedic astrology system, Pluto is mentioned. So that means Pluto might have been discovered by Western, scientists in the last century, but it has been mentioned by sage Vyasa, saying Kritikam Pidyan Tikshani Nakshatram. It means that sage Vyasa states that some immobile luminary was troubling Kritika, was its sharp rays. This was mentioned as Nakshatra because it was stationary at one place for a long period, so it must be a planet in outer orbit. That's why it was not clear what happened. But later, when he meditated and saw more over it, Kritikatsu Grahestu Varu Nakshatra Prathame Jwalan. That means mathematical calculation indicate that Kritika and Pluto were in conjunction during the Mahabharata period. So that means Sage Vyasa has mentioned seven great planets three times in Mahabharata, and that means they are not, Rahu and Ketu are not included here. Seven great planets mean Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Okay, so that means it has been already mentioned so many times. Only Pluto was mentioned as a nakshatra, which was given the name of Tikshana, Tivra, because it was so far that it could not be identified as a planet. Now, this far planet is coming to the far sign in your chart, that is the 12th house, related to privacy, refuge, seclusion, and retreating. Revelation, intuition, extreme, abundance, and so on, everything written. What does this mean? This means that this is the time of regeneration of your soul, of your ideas, of your intuition, that you thought that it is not right, it is not working in the right way. It is the time that miracles can happen. This is the house of miracles, because as soon as you leave the material realm and start diving into spirituality, that is where miracles happen. This is the house of healing, cleansing, rejuvenation. So all the things that you were not having in your life related to, releasing that negative energy, relinquishing that energy, healing, that cleansing, rejuvenation, all the things that were just mere words for you will now start getting applied to your life. You will actually feel healed. You will actually feel cleansing of your body, of your soul. How will it come? It will come through your own effort. It will not come through any other outside world effort. Like, it is not happening magically. Miracles can happen, but miracle also need a platform to happen. It will just not happen because it has to happen. So here your privacy or your inclusion, your seclusion will now start transforming or start regenerating itself into healing, cleansing, rejuvenation, forgiveness, peacefulness. This is the time many people will be completely, finally, next 20 years get into the real spiritual zone of finality, completion, and conclusion. They will say, okay, the conclusion is that, man, everything which I was thinking, I desiring is just very, very false and very, very less. This is the time I have to now completely go forward and understand that completion comes only with spirituality in our life. This is also the house of addictions, Rohitji. Eighth house is also the house of addiction. 12th house is also the house of addiction. Sixth house is the source of addiction. Okay, so here it also says that long addictions that you were doing might now end, and you might start rejuvenating, cleansing your body, healing your soul also. Long term sorrow that came to your life or is in your life will now end, and there can be little bit of positive, or what we say, uh, um, what you say, miracles happening, that suddenly you will now leave the past baggage behind and move forward. This is what Pluto is going to do. There are so many other factors it's going to do, but the research is very, very less on Pluto. It's a very far away planet, just like the cells in our body, which cannot be seen. Pluto also cannot be seen with naked eye, and that is where the whole chapter ends here. That because of less research on it, there is no proper evidence. But what I am doing is that I have so many charts saved. I was looking at so many charts of people who I knew very well and trying to understand how has Pluto helped them in their chart. Like we discussed in the beginning of the chart of Mahatma Gandhi, Pluto sitting with Jupiter in the seventh house gave him status, gave him courage. And because sitting in Bharni nakshatra of transformation, he actually gave birth to a new nation only altogether, Mahatma Gandhi. So this is the energy of Pluto in your chart. Anyways, many new people, many new friends, many new family people, your friends must have come and are watching. This is the time that you support us and subscribe, so that we also grow in this with the with Pluto. We also have some kind of transformation in our life. Those who are watching for the first time, do subscribe, and there is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. You can click on it and come to us, talk to me about your Vedic chart if you need it. Otherwise, everything is good to go. Let's embrace this next 20 years for Pluto. Koichi.
Thank you very much, Akashji. And other than the nine planets, today we touch the very new thing, that is Pluto. That is a thing of Western astrology. But whenever you see your chart, you see Pluto, Neptune, Uranus in your chart. So why not we, study this? So we are the first channel who belong to Vedic astrology in India or outside India who touch this Pluto and try to give you as much as what we can give. Lots of days of research, lots of things we studied, and we bring to you. Thank you very much. This is the power of all family members, blessings of all family members, that we, daily doing these things. Keep blessing, keep sharing this video, keep subscribing, and keep giving your love to the AC Astro, Team AC Astro, and those who want to sit with Akashji personally. You are from any part of world, no matters. You will connect with Akashji on a video consultation, and have a light of his wisdom, light of his knowledge into your chart. Thank you very much, all the family members of AC Astro. Thank you, Akashji. Thank you once again to you for this long researched video. Courage to do this thing, Pluto, other than nine planets. Thank you very much. We
Thank you,
look
Koichi.
forward for more such videos. Thank you. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Mata.